The doors opened with a heavy hiss, and Captain Ryan stepped inside the glowing chamber. It was cold, silent, and watching. 12 alien elders, their faces covered in silver masks, sat in a half-circle around a strange glowing platform. They didn't speak, they only stared. At him. In the center of the platform stood 2 alien sisters. One had silver blue skin and calm green eyes. Her name was Alira. She looked graceful, almost too perfect, like a queen made from crystal. The other, one Louise's, had sharp red eyes and wild purple markings across her cheeks. She looked strong, confident, and dangerous. Her body moved like she was ready to fight or pounce. Ryan's chest tightened. He'd been summoned to this alien world under orders. The planet Valferin had lost most of its males in the Great Galactic War. Their species was dying. So they called for outsiders, compatible donors, to help repopulate their kind. But there was a rule, one that couldn't be broken. You may choose only one. That's what the message had said. One sister, one partner, one mission. Ryan stepped forward. His boots echoed on the shining stone. Alira gave him a soft nod. Nuises tilted her head, smiling in a way that said she wasn't going to make this easy. The elder in the center raised his hand. His voice echoed like thunder inside the chamber. Make your choice, human, and make it now. Ryan hesitated. His mission file, said Alira, was emotionally stable, educated, and well prepared for repopulation bonding. Nuises, however, had a long list of warnings: aggressive instincts, rebellious behavior, unstable DNA markers. He glanced at both women. Alira stood still, calm as the wind. Nuises crossed her arms and smirked. She liked this game. Ryan swallowed. Before I choose, can I speak to them? The elders exchanged glances. No, the center elder said. Their profiles are enough. No more delay. Ryan sighed. This wasn't how he wanted it. Choosing a mate was one thing, but this felt like choosing who gets to live and who gets left behind. He turned to the sisters. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't sign up to break hearts. Then something strange happened. Alira took a step toward him. So did Nuises. At the same time, their hands touched his chest, one soft, one firm. The chamber lights flickered. Ryan's implant buzzed. His eyes widened as a secret message flashed across his neural. Tufu, do not choose. They're both in danger. Trust nitrogen monoxide 1. His heart pounded. Where did that message come from? The Council? Earth Command? Someone else. He kept his face calm. No one could know what he just saw. The elders leaned forward. Well, the lead one sighed. Choose, or be removed. Ryan smiled calmly. Very well. He turned to the sisters. I choose. He paused. Nuises raised an eyebrow. Alira looked down. I choose to delay. A loud gasp echoed across the chamber. You have no authority to delay. The elder shouted. Ryan's hand moved quickly to his belt, where he pressed a hidden override button. A pulse shot through the chamber, flickering lights and freezing the elders' neural systems for exactly 8 seconds. That was all he needed. He grabbed both sisters by the wrists. Run, Nuises laughed. Took you long enough. Alira's eyes widened. Where are we going? To find the truth, Ryan said, pulling them toward the secret hatch in the back wall marked only in ultraviolet light. And to find out why they want you separated so badly. The 3 of them vanished into the shadows as the chamber lights returned and alarms began to scream. The elders stood, furious but too late. Ryan had just broken the law of the selection chamber. He didn't choose one. He took both. Cliffhanger ending. The escape tunnel slammed shut behind them. In the distance, a soft hum began. A tracking drone had just been released, and it wasn't hunting the sisters. It was hunting him. Alira screamed, not in pain, but in shock. The escape tunnel wasn't a tunnel, it was a vertical shaft. The moment Ryan yanked the sisters through the hatch, the floor disappeared beneath them. They fell, fast, down a glowing spiral of alien lights, like slipping through a vein of the planet itself. Then thud. They landed in thick, soft moss that lit up under their bodies. Ryan groaned, looking up at a curved glass ceiling far above. They were underground, deep inside the old city ruins. Alira sat up, shaking. "Where are we?" Nuises chuckled, brushing moss off her shoulder. "Somewhere we weren't meant to see." Ryan stood, scanning the room. "This isn't on any map." They were in a hidden biochamber long forgotten, coated in glowing vines, and filled with tall capsules that looked like oversized test tubes. Inside one of them floated another girl. She looked exactly like Alira. And Nuises, same bone structure, same skin color, but blank eyes. No life. Ryan's blood turned cold. "What is this?" he whispered. Nuises stared at the clone in the tube. "That's us." Alira moved closer. "This is a backup lab. They used to grow us here, before the war." Ryan blinked. "You mean you weren't born?" Nuises smirked. "We were designed, chosen, tweaked. We're not sisters by blood, we're mirror strands." Ryan's mind raced. That explained the Council's obsession with only choosing one. If the DNA was too similar, it could trigger genetic rejection. But he pulled out his implant scanner and checked their data. Suddenly, he saw it. The truth. Alira's DNA strand wasn't stable alone. Nissa's wasn't either. But together, they completed a perfect match. "Your genes were split," Ryan said. "You too aren't complete on your own." Nuises stepped back. "That's not possible." "It is," he said. "The Council wants to force bonding with just one of you because they think humans can't handle the full match." "They're wrong," Alira whispered. Then the lights turned red. Security breach detected. Ryan grabbed both their hands. "We need to go. They'll send a kill squad if they know we found this." "But where?" Nuises asked. "They control the surface." "Then we go deeper," Ryan said. "I saw a path on the scan. There's an old reactor vault nearby. And it still has working systems." Nuises grinned. "You sure know how to pick a first date." Alira shook her head. "This is insane." Ryan looked at her. "So is being forced to choose between halves of the same soul." They moved fast through broken corridors and silent tunnels. Alien murals on the walls showed ancient images of twin women holding hands, standing over a human figure with fire in his chest. Nuises ran her fingers over the carvings. "They always feared the day one human would link to both of us. And now that it's happening," Ryan said, "they'll do anything to stop it." Cliffhanger ending. They reached the old vault, but its entry system pulsed a strange message. "Access requires a Trinity bond," Ryan frowned. "What's that?" Alira's face went pale. "It means we all have to connect, fully, not just physically, but emotionally." Nuises smirked. "Looks like you're in for a hell of a night, Captain." He wasn't ready. Ryan thought it would be another dusty room. Maybe cold, maybe silent, just like the others. But when the vault door slid open, a wall of heat hit him like a punch. His breath caught. The air shimmered. The walls pulsed with a deep red glow, and a scent like burning flowers floated in the room. Alira gasped. Nuises grinned. "This," Nuises whispered, "isn't just a reactor room." Alira's eyes widened. "It's a mating chamber." Ryan blinked. "A what?" "The old ones used these chambers to force emotional fusion between test pairs." Alira sighed. "It activates chemical bonding fast." The door sealed shut behind them with a loud hiss. Suddenly, their clothes shimmered, reacting to the rising pheromones in the room. The chamber wasn't heating them from the outside. It was heating their nervous systems. Slowly, deeply. Ryan's heartbeat climbed. His implant buzzed. Trial initiated. "Bonding mode, Trinity link. What does that mean?" Ryan asked, trying to focus. Nuises licked her lips. It means no one leaves this room until we connect. Alira stepped back, her breathing heavy. This is wrong. This isn't a choice anymore. It's a trap. Ryan held up his hands. Then we find a way to stop it. But the floor beneath them started to glow with rotating circles, symbols locking into place under their feet. Nuises didn't move. Neither did Ryan. But Alira collapsed to her knees. Shaking, Ryan rushed to her. What's happening? She's resisting the bond, Nuises said. Too much emotion. Too much fear. Her body's rejecting the neural heat. We have to shut it down. Ryan shouted. No, Nuises whispered, lowering herself beside them. You have to balance us. That's what the trial wants. Ryan looked between the sisters. Alira was trembling, eyes full of panic. Nyss was steady, teasing. But there was a flicker of something deeper in her gaze, a hidden softness, a crack in the fire. You both need to trust me, Ryan said softly. We don't trust humans, Alira whispered. Not after what your kind did to us. Ryan touched her hand. Gently. Then trust me like you trust yourself. The chamber lights dimmed. The floor shifted, lifting them slowly into a circular platform. The ceiling above began to open, revealing a memory projection dome. Old footage played in the sky above them, Ryan's childhood, his battles, his failures, his scars. Alira's lips parted. You're not a soldier, she whispered. You're broken, Nuises leaned in. So are we. Ryan met both their eyes. Then maybe that's what makes us work. Cliffhanger ending. The bonding symbols locked into full alignment. The chamber hissed. Trinity alignment at 82%. Final. Link required. Mutual emotional consent. Ryan's vision blurred, and in that moment, he realized it wasn't just about survival anymore. Something inside him wanted this, but did they? Asterisk, he woke up screaming, but no sound came out. Ryan's body was frozen, floating mid-air, suspended in a strange golden light. His heart raced. He couldn't feel the ground, couldn't feel his skin, couldn't even feel time. All he could see were their eyes. Alira stood to his left, eyes wide with fear, but her body completely still. Nuises hovered to his right, jaw clenched, fists tight, like she was ready to punch her way out of the light. Then a deep, robotic voice echoed through the chamber. Final phase engaged, neural merge sequence. Ryan's brain burned. Memories started flashing, but they weren't his. He saw a child crying alone in a glass tank. Her name was Alira. He saw the same child, but this time breaking out of her containment, screaming with wild red eyes. That was Nuises. He gasped. These memories, he whispered. You're the same person, Nuises growled. We're not. Alira whispered. We used to be. Ryan's mind spun. They weren't just sisters. They were one being long ago, genetically engineered from a single embryo, then split into two bodies for experimental emotional control. He looked at them both. You were never meant to be separated. No, Alira said softly. And now we can't survive apart. Ryan stared at the glowing walls. The system was trying to correct the original experiment, to force the reunification of the twin halves by binding them through a third anchor. Him. One must be absorbed, the system said. Choose who lives. Ryan's breath caught. The chamber expected him to make the final decision, to fuse one sister's consciousness into the other and destroy one forever. Nuises stepped forward. No hesitation, human. Pick Alira. She's the soft one. She's better for you. Alira shook her head, tears forming. No, choose Nuises. I'm too weak. She survive. I won't. Ryan's fists clenched. No, he snapped. I'm not losing either of you. Then we all die, the system replied. Suddenly, the chamber's temperature dropped. The lights darkened. The platform began to sink. Ryan had seconds to decide. He looked between them. Then he took a breath and did something no one expected. He stepped between them, placing a hand on each of their chests. I'm the third element. You don't need to destroy each other. Fuse through me. The system paused. Human neural load cannot survive twin fusion. I don't care. Outcome unknown. Ryan's eyes glowed as the link began. And suddenly, their memories, emotions, and thoughts all flowed into him at once. He saw every moment of their pain, every secret they kept from each other, and every hidden feeling they never said out loud. Alira. Afraid of being abandoned. NYSS. Afraid of being unwanted. And beneath it all, they both loved him, but didn't think they deserved to say it. Cliffhanger. Ending. The lights went white. The floor shattered. Ryan screamed as his body lit up, fused with twin alien neural codes. Then everything went dark. He wasn't breathing. Alira panicked, kneeling beside Ryan's glowing body. His chest wasn't rising. His skin burned hot, and his eyes were rolled back. Still locked in the merge trance, Noises dropped to her knees on the other side. He's breaking, she said. His mind's not built for this. He offered himself, Alira whispered. He gave us both a chance. Then we give him a way out, Noises growled. The system's voice rang out again. Neural overload detected. Shut down in 60 seconds. Alira's hands trembled. We have to pull out. No, Noises said, suddenly calm. We do what he did. She reached out and grabbed Alira's hand. Alira flinched. What are you? Trust me, Ice Queen, Noises said. For once, just feel. Their palms touched, skin to skin. And a surge of heat pulsed between them, something ancient. Something broken. Something buried. And then something clicked. A shared memory. A nursery. A song. Two shadows inside a tank of warm light laughing together. One voice. One heart. NYSS. Gasped. Alira's eyes filled with tears. Emotional sync achieved, the system said. Code bypassed. Manual override detected. Suddenly, the chamber shut down. Ryan coughed once, then again, then gasped hard as breath returned to his lungs. His eyes flew open, glowing silver and gold. He sat up, sweating, shaking. I thought I was dead, he muttered. You were, Noises said, smirking. Just a little. What happened? Ryan asked. Alira smiled softly. We broke the code, together. He looked between them. You two, connected? We had to, Alira said. There wasn't enough of us left apart, Noises added. Then, Ryan's implant flickered with new data. A neural web had formed not between him and one sister, but between all three of them. A triangle, stable, balanced, alive. But then new alerts appeared on the hologram. Unauthorized bond detected. Council response activated. Kill team en route. Ryan stood up fast. They're coming. We just survived emotional fusion, Noises said, cracking her knuckles. Let them try. No, Ryan said. We're not fighting. We're escaping. How? Alira asked. There's an escape shuttle docked under the reactor tunnels. But it needs a triple D and a lock. Noises grinned. Convenient, Ryan nodded. UN? Alira looked at Noises, then at Ryan. For the first time, she said, I don't feel alone. Let's run. They raced out of the chamber, alarms screaming above them, the floor shaking beneath their feet. Cliffhanger ending. As the exit tunnel opened, the first drone dropped from the ceiling, metal claws out, glowing red eyes fixed on Ryan. But instead of attacking, it scanned him, then dropped to the floor and bowed. The world shattered into light. 1 second, Ryan was running. The next, he wasn't even standing. The floor beneath his boots dissolved. The walls stretched, melted, vanished into a storm of swirling colors. He couldn't feel his body anymore, just weightless drifting, like falling upward through a dream. Then came the voices, but not from outside, From inside, Alira. Ryan, don't let go. Noises, where the hell are we? Ryan tried to speak, but no sound came out. Instead, memories began to rise all around him like ghostly holograms. His first battle. His mother's voice. A broken photo of Earth. The room wasn't real anymore. They'd been pulled into ThoughtSpace, a digital mind realm created by the alien network. A space made from emotion, memory, and fear. Unauthorized bond has fractured the neural law, a voice echoed. You will be tested. You will be broken. Ryan floated in a black sky filled with living memories. Then suddenly, he wasn't alone. To his left, Alira stood on a floating shard of glass, wrapped in a soft glow. Her childhood was playing behind her, full of silence, cages, and soft cries. To his right, voices floated in darkness. Her background was fire, screaming scientists, escape attempts, rage. Both were trapped inside their own minds, and now he was too. A figure appeared, a head made of shifting energy, no face. Just a shape, but Ryan felt it, the system. The one watching them, judging them. Only one bond can survive, it said. Let one memory fade and the others may live. Then two scenes appeared. One showed a possible future. Ryan and Alira standing together in peace, holding hands under a glowing sky. The other, Ryan and Noises, laughing as they flew a stolen ship into the stars. Wild and free. The voice pressed. Again, choose the path, choose the sister, or lose both. Ryan's fists clenched. No, he said, I'm not choosing again. Then watch everything fall. Suddenly, the skies cracked. Alira's glass world began to break apart. Nissa's flames flared high, burning through her ground. Both screamed, being pulled away into opposite directions. Ryan dove into the collapsing space, reaching one hand to each. He screamed in his mind, I won't lose either of you. Then a flash of light. He landed hard on stone, breathing. Alive. Noises collapsed beside him, coughing. Alira knelt nearby, shaking, tears in her eyes. They were out of ThoughtSpace, back in the reactor. But not for long, because on the screen above them, Council ship approaching. Weapons hot. Countdown, 10 minutes. Cliffhanger ending. Ryan stood up, looked at both sisters, and said just one thing. We're done running. It's time. They feared us. Not when the Council ship appeared in the sky. Not when the weapons locked onto his location. Not even when the alarm said they had 90 seconds left to live. Ryan stood at the edge of the landing platform, wind tearing through his jacket, eyes locked on the glowing warship descending from above. Behind him, Alira was hot-wiring the escape shuttle. Beside her, Noises was arming the last 2 plasma mines they had. Ship's alive, Alira said. But we'll need 3 DNA signatures to unlock full power. Noises snapped a charge into place. And I'm not in the mood to die pretty. Ryan clenched his jaw. He wasn't going to run anymore. Not after everything they'd seen, everything they'd felt. The merge. The memories. ThoughtSpace. The Council wanted a choice, but he was done playing by their rules. He turned and faced them both. Listen, he said. You were created to be halves. But you're more than that now. You're both full. You're both real. Alira looked away. If we survive this, they'll chase us forever. Then we make them fear the name they used to control us, Ryan said. What name? Noises asked. He smiled. Trinity. Suddenly, the Council ship fired its first warning shot. The platform shook, concrete exploding just meters from where they stood. The countdown hit 60 seconds. Ryan stepped forward, holding out both hands. You ready? Noises took his left. Alira took his right. The shuttle's core pulsed, scanning. Their combined energy. Triple bond confirmed. Power limiters removed. Neural override accepted. The ship lit up like a sun. A hidden mode activated, one designed long ago but never tested. Human heart. Alien code. Unified will. Get in." Ryan shouted. The three of them jumped inside as the warship fired again. But too late. The escape shuttle launched like a bullet. From a railgun tearing through clouds, spinning past missiles, heading straight for the stars. Inside, alarms still screamed, but the controls responded like silk. The ship knew them. And when Ryan took the pilot seat, he saw something waiting on the screen. Mission status: repopulation. Override accepted objective: create a new future. Together. He looked back. Noises raised an eyebrow. "So, you picked both of us." Alira smiled faintly. "And we accepted." Ryan smirked. "I didn't choose love. I chose truth. And the truth is, you were never meant to be apart." Final scene. As stars stretch before them, the camera pulls back. The council ship shrinks behind them. And in a quiet moment, with laughter and starlight filling the ship, a new world waits ahead.